Here with UVa-Wise football head coach Dewey Lusk as the Cavaliers get ready to open up fall camp here in a couple weeks. Coach, it's your second year in the Mountain East Conference. Last year a 2-9 season, but your team improved as the season progressed and almost won that last game of the season up at Fairmont State after winning 2 games in the second half. How do you feel about your club coming off some momentum at the end of the 13th season going in to the 2014 year?
Well, I tell you what, we feel a whole lot better about things going into this year than last year because we've got an idea of what we're getting into. And we learned a lot last year about Mountain East Conference play. It's a very physical defensive league. And now that our kids have been exposed to that, we've been able to have a mindset to get ready for that. We've been able to train for that. And I think it's going to help us tremendously. You're going to see hopefully some big improvements. And I think that's one reason why we got better down the stretch is because we had figured out how to play in the league and had a chance to win 3 of our last 4 there. But we've got 15 starters back, and we're looking forward to the start of the season and heading to Urbana.
Coach, you lost your defensive coordinator, Justin Hamilton, but you were able to secure a veteran coach to replace Hamilton and Dino Cackless, a guy who has previous head coaching experience at levels throughout high school and collegiate sports. Talk a little bit about Dino and what we'll see on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, we are very fortunate to get Coach Cackless here with us. 20-year veteran's been a head football coach, an AFCA Regional Coach of the Year 3 times. Just came from Eastern Illinois with 1AA experience. So we're very fortunate to have somebody with his experience on our staff. We'll be very multiple on defense, just like you've got to be multiple on offense. And I'm sure Coach Cackless will have several surprises for us all. But one thing I do know, our defense will play physical and they will tackle or they won't be on the field.
One thing last year, the Cavaliers got to put a lot of guys out there at quarterback, and you've got 2 young men coming back who both got experience last year in Ty Rines and Jeremy Eubank. If you could talk each about those 2 guys and how they progress through the off season and as they get set for fall camp.
Well, anytime you have 2 young men at quarterback that have played and also have Division II experience now with a year under their belt, we're excited about the fact that both those kids are coming back. Ty Rines has put on about 20 good pounds of weight and really working hard. Jeremy Eubank's a smart young man with a strong arm, and we're excited about both those young men coming back and leading our offense.
One position where UVA-Wise lost a lot of its strength was in the kicking game, both at punter and place kicker. Talk about some guys that will be coming in battling for those spots as we get ready for camp here on August 14th.
Well, we had a young man that had kicked for Marshall University transfer in, Trent Martin. He was here with us this spring, has a super strong leg, very quick to get the ball off, and just does a tremendous job. So we don't feel like we're going to miss a beat with Trent out there. Also have a young man off the state championship Northside High School football team, Zach Large, who's a kicker and a punter. Was ranked as high as 8th in the country in one punting organization. Also a young man from Lunenburg Central, Tucker Price, who's also a punter. So we feel real confident, even though they're young, with our kicking game.
Coach, I think obviously everybody that follows our program would agree we have to improve running the football. And you get Andre Dickerson back for a 5th year off a medical red shirt, and you've also got a couple guys coming in who had some pretty lofty prep careers. If you could mention some of the guys we'll have in the backfield this season.
Well, obviously returning Andre Dickerson, and the biggest question with Andre, can he remain healthy? Every year Andre has shown that he's very capable, he's fast, he's quick, but the durability factor has come into play and he's remained injured. So he's worked hard in the offseason and he's doing everything possible to be in the best kind of shape that he can be in order to hopefully make it through a whole 11-game season. Dorian Harris returns, a big back from Floyd County, and hopefully his years of experience up under his belt will make him better. And we do have a couple young men coming in. We tried to address the running game in the recruiting process. Devontae Purvis from North Stafford, AAA All-State running back. Javante Latney from Massaponax, a 230-pound running back. Both should see some playing time and be able to help us. But, you know, our offensive line returns intact. They're a year older. I once had a coach tell me one time, just being a year older doesn't make you any better. But if you're a year older with experience and you've worked your tail off, you can be much better. And these kids have really worked hard. Several of them stayed over the summer to work with Coach Burton, and they've gotten bigger, stronger, they've gotten faster. And then you put some good backs behind that offensive line, I think our running game's going to get better. So we're excited to see what's going to happen there.
Coach, the key for any team to be successful is to have good leadership, and you've got a group of young men who've been with this program now 4 or 5 years, some of them. If you could just mention those young men and what they've meant to this program as they head into their final season.
Nehemiah Jones, that corner, has done a tremendous job, been a 3-year starter going into his 4th year and just done a great job. Can't say enough good things about him. Jeremiah Cook, another young man, local young man, has done a great job. Looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. And he's been one that's had the shin splint thing, so hopefully he's got that taken care of before the season starts. Andre Dickerson, we talked about earlier. Michael Bowyer from up at Liberty Bedford, defensive end, has done a great job for us and just a super smart kid. Desmond Wu Burris, offensive lineman, returning starter. Kevin Enix. You've also got Gil Lusk coming back. And then we've got a young man that's coming back for his last year that we're anxious to watch and see, and I think he'll be a crowd favorite, Steve Fuller, because he likes to hit folks and is very physical and fast to the football. So we've got a good nucleus of seniors there that have battle tested, and most importantly, they're good people. And they make good grades and do what they're supposed to do, and they're going to help bring on our younger bunch and make us a better football team.
That's head coach Dewey Lusk as his club gets set to open up fall camp on August 14th.